Welcome to the Beerio Kart World Tour. Today I'm going to be playing every single Mario Kart game in order, doing a Beerio Kart round on each. So, starting things off with Super Mario Kart. This game set a lot of sort of standards for the gameplay. I mean, it set a lot of the items everyone is familiar with, set a lot of the characters everyone's familiar with, a lot of the game modes everyone's familiar with. It's surprising to me just how much came on the first Mario Kart game. Now, the multiplayer was only limited to 2 players. Not a big deal. Makes really nice 1v1s if you're ever playing Beerio Kart with other people. Also, there's no shot in beating these AI. Bagging was not a thing back in the day. AI in this game are actually incredibly difficult, and the items are not very powerful. Oh, goodness. And the game is like lubed up. It is so slick at every turn. That's why you see me hopping like this, because you can't make turns otherwise. Now there is a way to actually drift in this game, but I'm not very good at it. Oh. Oh man. Shit. And I actually don't know how many laps are in this. I think it's like 5 or something. It's one thing that wasn't set yet. 3 laps was not standard back in the day. Okay, here's the final lap. There's 4. I'm not even gonna beat Bowser. Good place. What a legendary way to start off the series. Yeah. Obviously, this game is a little rough around the edges. It's not my favorite Mario Kart game to play, but there is a lot to appreciate about it, and I think what's kind of legendary about it is being that you can only 1v1 for multiplayer. It's kind of legendary in that sense. Everyone's watching 2 players duke it out on one of the hardest to control Mario Kart games. I mean, there's something to respect about that. Alright, here we are with the second game in the series, Mario Kart 64. Now, this one had some huge changes from the original game. 4 players, probably the biggest and most genre-defining, series-defining change. It also featured 3D graphics, partially 3D graphics, I should say. The characters and a lot of the textures are actually still 2D. There is a mod called Amped Up that changes that, but I wanted to play the OG, even though I like the mod so much. And it also introduces much better controls. Probably the biggest change from Super Mario Kart is you can actually drive. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the GP 150cc. I'm going to go with Toad, and I'm going to go on the first track, Luigi Raceway. Wrong fucking button. Wrong button. Now, per usual, I don't expect to beat the AI, especially in these earlier games that I'm not as skilled at. But we'll try to do some damage here. Yeah, I do struggle on 64 and Double Dash. I get a little bit better once the controls change over to the... oh my goodness. Once the controls change over to the modern style of drifting, I do get a little bit better and can definitely beat AI in Beerio rounds, but for these earlier titles, I do struggle a lot. Now, as I mentioned in the last clip, I do have... oh, Jesus. I do have original hardware for all of these... excuse me. I have original hardware for all of these titles. Oh, jeez, except for the first one. So Super Mario Kart, don't have original hardware for. That is the last piece in my collection. I do plan on getting that at some point. Stop. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I pressed the wrong button. I thought I was pressing a brake button. We're gonna slow down here if we can. How do I slow down? I don't know. Like a second place, I can say I do Beerio. Oh, you stupid monkey. Third place. Oh, third place. Fuck Donkey Kong. Fuck that guy. Alright. In general, I think this is an awesome entry to the series, and I do believe this is where Beerio Kart all started, so it's got a lot going for it. In general, I think bagging is worse in this game, so it does have a level of respect from me, because you can't just chug your beer in the beginning and then win the race by catching up. You actually have to think about when you want to drink. A lot more strategic in that sense, so I really do like this game. I think it's a lot of fun. I think if you're gonna play it, you should go for the amped up version. I think amped up is just a huge improvement on this game. Adds all new tracks and everything. It's awesome, but otherwise, we just gotta move on to the next game in the series. Now, isn't that just a beautiful sound right there? So the Game Boy Advance SP was actually my first console, but I never played Mario Kart on it until more recently. Now, the craziest thing in my opinion about this game is that it has multiplayer, and that was through a link cable. But we're just going to hop into single player here. There are some things that make this actually a really good Mario Kart title. But it's so hard to make this into a Beerio Kart title, just knowing that you have to link cable, have multiple consoles, have multiple copies of the game, potentially. Now, there is a way that you can actually play without copies of the game, only one, but it's a very cut-down version, so it's sort of unfortunate that that's the way it is, but it's still pretty incredible for the time that they made this. And it plays a lot like Super Mario Kart, so there's some complaints I have for it, but overall, pretty sweet game. So we're gonna go ahead, hop in on Boo Lake here. That's one of the cool features right there. If you caught that, there's actually a background in each of these. That's different from the track. The preview is really cool. Yeah, this is a lot like the... Oh, Jesus Christ. A lot like Super Mario Kart, and as you can see, not very good at it. Does give you little instructions, though, so you know where to go. It's pretty neat. Oh, jeez. Nice little lightning there to get a little bit of catching up. It's a pretty awesome game for what it is. Oh, damn. Alright, drinks on. Now I just gotta play this really hard to control game. Again, no clue how to drift. I can just bounce to get around corners. I don't know how to play the game otherwise. That's a nice little shortcut. What the heck was that? Red shells seem pretty good compared to some of the older games. Just flies right ahead. And of course, bagging is a little weaker in this game, like they are in some of the older titles. Oh, so I'm not going to get a very good position here after having a drink and getting last in a couple races. Why did I say that? That didn't make any sense. Oh well. What I said made 0 sense, but we got 7th. That's all that matters here. So, Super Mario, what is it? Super Circuit. On to Mario Kart Double Dash. This is one of the greatest games in the series. I would say it's the only game to dare to think of something truly unique. The two-driver mechanic is just something else. Every character having their own special items is something else. It really provides just the most unique experience among any of the Mario Kart games. I also think it's a straight-up improvement over Mario Kart 64. I'm gonna say it. The drifting mechanics that Mario Kart 64 sought to have, this game does it, but better. It is just a smoother experience. I'm gonna go ahead and start off on... Let's go Wario Coliseum. Pretty crazy one. Pretty crazy one. I think the tracks in this game are just phenomenal. I do think this is one of the best Mario Kart games, and that makes it even better for Beerio Kart. Jeez. And I missed the first Xbox class. I also think this is the first Mario Kart game to achieve, like, total chaos. Jesus. Yeah, this is a cool track. This is a cool track. Oh my goodness. No! Okay, we're good. The game is kind. It doesn't like to throw you off there, even if you try. Yoshi's egg. Just a whole item, Yoshi's egg. It's crazy. But we avoid it. Oh, shoot. Oh, nice. Oh, we're on the lap 2 of 2. Oh, shoot, this is a 2-lapper. Oh, no. I don't have as much time to drink as I thought. See, I picked this one knowing it was longer, thinking it would give me a little more time to drink. That was a mistake. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Not off the map, please. Very kind of not. Oh, did I just knock them off the map? I think I did. Not the other one. I needed that. I really needed that to not get, like, last place. The finish line is right here. Nice! Another 5th place finish. Yeah, this is just one of my all-time favorites. It's not the first one I ever played, but it's, in my mind, a blend between classic and just damn good. It has all the modern features you would really want, but it's just a fun damn game. Alright, wrapping up the more handheld focused games, we got Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS. Again, this is another title I really haven't played much, so we're just going to have to give it a go. No versus race. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No versus? No custom game? I gotta go into a Grand Prix? Guess we only get to do whatever Grand Prix I pick. Some interesting characters here. That is a Honey Queen. I'm gonna go with the Goat Toad. Couple kart options. We'll go with something more basic. So I guess this introduced the Zero G and the gliding. Pretty interesting stuff. Ooh, a lot of tracks available here. So DK Jungle, Koopa Cave, Koopa B, Luigi Raceway, Woohoo Loop, Piranha Plant Slide. I don't think I've played this one, so we'll go with this. This is the first track on this Grand Prix, so we'll go with it. I'll let you guys watch the crack this time around. I'll get that center frame here. Skip all that shit. Come on, she's chugging. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Alright, and here we have the new school drifting. If I'm correct, no, this is not the first one. The Wii was the first one with this new drifting method. Oh, jeez. I still suck at it, though. But as you can see, I'm much better at the new school drifting method than I am the old school. Oh my goodness, this is like a breath of fresh air compared to some of the other titles. Oh dear. Couldn't quite finish my drink there. A little soon after the first chug. I gotta say, I do like this game. This is quite a nice experience. It's got pretty good graphics for what is a handheld on the 3DS. It's got the modern drifting mechanics that I'm a big fan of. I'm winning right now. I thought that was a ramp. Oh my god, that doink was hilarious. I thought that was a ramp. Wait, we're on section 3 of 3? We're about to finish? I need to slow down and drink. That was it. Okay. That was not what I expected. I thought I hadn't completed a single lap yet. Well, I gotta say, I kind of like this title. I think this might be... I mean, this is definitely my favorite handheld title. But this might be up there with the Mario Kart 8s of the world, which I'll get into later. Is that... What is that on my hand? That was gross. I'm sorry you guys had to see that. A little bit of blood on my hand. That was kind of nasty. Sorry you guys had to watch that. That must have been disturbing to see. Well, now that I'm done disturbing you guys, I'll move on to the next title. Moving on to Mario Kart Wii. This game is super important to me for two reasons. For one, we got Funky Kong for the first time in Mario Kart history. The other reason is this is actually the first Mario Kart game I ever played. So in my mind, this is kind of the OG. This is, for me, where it all started. This game is kind of big for one main reason, in my opinion, that is introducing bikes with inward drift and wheelies. This added basically two different play styles to the game, which is something really unique. They kind of took it away and butchered it in Mario Kart 8. They had inward drift, but they didn't make it, they nerfed it. They didn't make it as strong as it could have been, and that's really disappointing in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead and get started on Funky Kong, and we're going to pick one of my favorite maps on this game, which is SNES Boo Valley, Ghost Valley 2. And of course we're playing 150cc. My old me from back in the day. You can tell we're running OG hardware here. Oh, this acceleration, man. Holy. Oh, that's not the drift button. Oh, man. You can tell I didn't play this beforehand. Because I can't drift worth a damn. How do I use this item? There we go. You can't control it as much with the jumping. It's not like Mario Kart 8, where you can bounce and hop, and like SNES does that as well. SNES, you hop a lot to really get around corners, but here it doesn't work as well. Oh, right move, banana. You can tell this game has a really strong pity system. Some of the older games in the series don't feature that, but this one absolutely does. I'm able to get well ahead. They're not well ahead, but I'm able to catch up really well. Now, I did kind of screw myself by picking the shorter map, but it's okay. So I probably won't win here. My goal isn't to win in all of these games. My goal is to explore the history, and that is what I aim to do here. Explore the history of Beerio Kart. Yeah, bagging is just so much stronger in this game. It's probably the first one to feature a really strong bagging system. We're able to catch up to 5th, not bad. So yeah, I appreciate this game being the first that I played in the series. It means kind of a lot to me. And yeah, I absolutely love this. On to the next one. Here we go, Mario Kart DS. This is another one of the titles that I really hadn't put much time into it. I believe this title had online, one of the first games to have an online capabilities. That's absolutely huge for Beerio Kart everywhere. We'll set up a versus battle here, playing as my goat Toad. And I don't have much progress in this game, so I'll just pick the standard looking kart. We'll do 150cc, normal karts, choose the court, free rules, let's go. And I don't really have any favorite tracks in this game, so I kind of just got to pick one. It looks like there's what, 32 tracks in this game? That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Let's see what we should pick. Something new, something I've never played before. Let's see what some of these tracks look like. Luigi's Mansion. Hold on. Do I know that track? Yoshi Falls. I believe I've played Yoshi. Let's try Luigi's Mansion. Let's try Luigi's Mansion. I really haven't played this game much, so this is going to be interesting. I don't even know the start mechanic here. I don't know the drift, any of the buttons, but we're going to go for it. I haven't cracked my drink or anything because I'm a little clueless right now. You play enough of these, you start getting a little silly afterwards, so I'll wait to get a good crack on my drink here. Okay, it's wiggle mechanics. It's wiggle mechanics, so more like Double Dash in 64 than the modern games. I knew that much. Oh, shit. Let's just crack my drink. I don't expect to do well in this at all. Yeah, I don't expect to do well in this at all. Oh, jeez, what is that? That's pretty cool. Pretty cool track. Now, what I can say is that these games are crazy fun with other people. Oh shit, my camera. These games are crazy fun with other people, getting everyone and their DSs together to play, and this had a really cool feature called Download Play that several of the DS games had. It could be a lot of fun. It can be absolutely a ton of fun. Oh, jeez. Controls are tough in this game. Oh, there's a tree in the middle of the track. Oh, this is a really cool track, though. I really do like this. Pretty cool stuff. This is a longer one, so this will give my stomach a little bit of a break while I'm running these. We'll see if I can make up some distance and maybe not get last. Oh, jeez. I'll have to get to our drink soon here, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do too hot here. Oh. Oh. We got to our drink there, and it's not looking too good. We'll need a strong item coming up. Looks like this game has bullet bill and stars and like a weighted system, so this is a little bit more baggable. But not when you miss the items. Not baggable when you miss the item pickups. So we're looking like a hot garbage last place. That's okay. I think both the DS, 3DS titles have a lot going for them, being that you can play on the handheld and there's a download play available for both of them. So in terms of Beerio Kart, they're very, very similar. It's a pretty fun thing to do, but it's a little gimmicky. You don't do it very often. It's hard to dedicate a season to these games. But with that said, I think they're really cool. I think the drift mechanics in this are pretty fun. So I think this is a solid Beerio Kart title right here. All right, on to the next. All right, don't worry, guys. I got my beer right here. That was a close one. I almost went without it. All right, let's get into it. Of course, we gotta pick Funky Kong. We gotta go into 200cc. We're gonna do hard comms because we're baller like that. We're gonna choose a track. All items are okay. Oh, and the track to pick? Boo Lake. Now, old school viewers of the channel will know that I've done time trials in this map of Beerio Kart. So it's definitely one of my favorites. Definitely on the top of the list. There I am all the way in the back. Alright, here we go. Oh man. No, I don't know how to. I don't remember how to do the skip here, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just gonna run the track the way I can. Oh my god! I'm not able to drink yet. I need to get a burp out here before I can. This is a short track, so I'm not expecting a huge performance. There we go. There we go. Pretty good lead here, but I think I'm gonna have to stop before the finish line to... You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop right here. Strategically before this item box. Get something good here. Oh no! Okay. I'll take a third place finish. Not bad. Yeah, in general, I think this is an awesome Beerio Kart game to play. I mean, it's really hard to get bored of. We did, in my league, we did 2 whole seasons just on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe alone. One at 150 and one at 200. And I could see us doing a whole extra season on this game. There's just so much to it. There's so much, like, so many maps. I mean, there are maps we've never played Beerio Kart on. And, like, if you were to go to any other title in the game, that's just not a thing. You know? So, and it holds a special place in my heart, because while Mario Kart Wii was the first one I played, this is the first one I got into. this is the first one I put hours and hours and hours into. So while I have nostalgia for Wii, this is kind of my like, this is my goat. You know what I mean? This is the greatest of all time. So I have a huge level of respect and appreciation for this title. All right, let's move on. All right. Here we are at the end of our travel, our journey, Mario Kart World. Now, I have some feelings about this game. Um, I'm kind of torn. Knockout Tour, as you've seen on my channel, awesome game mode. I absolutely love it. But in the spirit of this video, I'm going over some versus races, and I kind of have some problems with the versus races. For one, bagging is a little too powerful in this game. And it's powerful in Mario Kart 8 as well, but it's almost a necessity for high-level play to be bagging. And I kind of dislike that. I feel like a skilled driver should win the race, not the guy that used items the best. I dislike that about this game. And I dislike that about a lot of the modern Mario Karts. That's why stuff like when you go back to like Double Dash and 64 and Super Mario Kart, you get a little less of that bagging meta. It's a little bit more appreciation for the art of racing at that point. But the thing I hate about this is the intermission tracks. I'm a Toadette player in this game actually because of how the speed stats work over different surfaces. So we'll go hard AI, 150cc, open course selection, and all items. So there's a couple courses I've kind of practiced, but my favorite has to be the DK Pass, which you saw me win on my short that I made. And I think that's the map we're going to go with here. Ooh, no. Bowser's Castle is an awesome map. I haven't practiced it as much, so I think I'm going to go DK still, but Bowser's Castle is an amazing map. Yeah, obviously the tricking and stuff they added to this game I do think is pretty phenomenal. In the sense of, in sort of the sense of Double Dash, where they dared to risk and do something new. I really appreciate it. Oh my god, right off rip, we're throwing. Right off rip, we're throwing. Could you imagine I did that on the knockout tour? I would not have won. Yeah, I'm absolutely tossing. If I did this on the knockout tour, that video would not have been the finale. Holy shit. Holy shit. We're not doing too bad, though. I mean, yeah, that helps. Shock is going to be very helpful. Alright. Hit him with the shock. Gives us plenty of time. Land on a couple mushrooms. Man, after playing so many games, this one almost feels sluggish. Some of the older titles are so, like, slippery that it's like, this kind of feels slow. It doesn't help that I just played 200cc, though. Oh, I didn't save it. I thought I could do that. I thought I could do that. This is not going well. This is a really poor showing for Mario Kart World. Holy shit. But as you can see, I do play a lot of this game. It's been all over my channel as of late. I do think it's a really fun game, as much as I have some issues with it. I think I'm just critical because I love this series so much. It's not necessarily that this is such an awful game. It's just I have high expectations for what a Mario Kart title is supposed to look like. I think 24 players is a little bit of a mistake in this title as well. I just think if they focused on the 12-player format and made the roads a little closer, this wouldn't feel so goddamn slow. But it feels slow. It really does. Okay, we're gonna drink here. What? What boosted me? What the fuck was that? I think someone with a mushroom hit me and just threw me off the map. That's crazy. At least it gives me some good items here so I can catch up a little bit and get more than 5th place. How about first? All that throwing and I still got first. Yeah, in general, I think this is a pretty good Mario Kart title. I just think you got to get through, like, play private games and pick the tracks over the intermissions. I didn't really touch on that, but the intermission tracks are just not fun. They're just not fun. So, you can get around that by doing private lobbies and picking the individual maps. A little extra step that you have to do, which is kind of annoying, but you can still have a lot of fun in this game. The Knockout Tour is an absolute blast. So overall, I do think this is still a worthy title. Worth $80? I don't know about $80. I got it with the bundle where you could get it digitally for $500 with the Switch 2. That might be worth it, but $80 is a bit steep for this game, I'm not gonna lie. $80 is actually how much I paid for Double Dash, since that's starting to be a collector's item. And that's worth $80. I don't know about this game. Well, thanks for sitting through this whole video. I'm really happy that I could gather your attention for this long. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you guys stick around, subscribe, and like, and see more of my content. Thank you.